I was shocked people actually listen to this podcast. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really when people said, "Hey, things were cut out." I was like, "Oh shit, this is the big time, boys."
Scott literally tells us how many listeners we get. And Jason's like, "I'm shocked we get listened to."
94 episodes later.
I never believe it. I'm like, who are these 200 people? What the fuck? It never makes any sense to me.
Today on Talking Without Thinking, we have some new views. We have a trigger warning. We're bringing it back, folks. We're also bringing back one-word reviews. We have some woke thoughts from Jarrod today. And we're going to close things out with best week of the week. Well, let's get this baby started then, shall we? Maybe? Welcome to Talking Without Thinking with your hosts, Jason, Jarrod, Stevie, and me, Scott.
I muted myself on that intro intentionally. Except for this part.
Except for
I always forget about the B's. I always forget about the B part of the intro.
You can't forget about the clap, man.
I always forget about the clap.
Just like you forgot about Scott doing the placement part and you still snapped your fingers right as he starts talking.
Always. So we're at episode 94, folks. Episode 94.
One day Jason will learn.
I doubt it, honestly. I doubt it will.
He really won't.
I just eat the mic every time and I just make it work. I know my spot.
So we've made it through Thanksgiving finally. We've moved on to Christmas season, unfortunately.
You know what?
But
I just want to say one thing about Christmas time, and that is that I'm thankful that I'm employed during Christmas time, because unemployed Christmas time, that is the pits. That's where you're like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? What the fuck?
Yeah,
like, you can't.
You go full It's a Wonderful Life?
Don't never go full It's a Wonderful Life.
You never go full It's a Wonderful Life?
I'd never seen that movie, though.
No, definitely not. So this past weekend, I had an eventful weekend this past weekend.
We did.
We did. Jason and I had a grand old time.
Old time.
We went to a cat cafe. And
Why?
Shouts out.
Shouts out to Mac Tabby, baby.
Mac Tabby at Concord.
And Concord. Yeah, we had a blast. We literally just went in for coffee because like the coffee's really good at this place, and we're just gonna look longingly at the kitties through the window.
I know,
but like not go in. Longingly, like we want to pet all you kitties, but we can't make it in.
I wanna, but I can't. But then
I walked up and I was like, I'm buying coffee. I was like, do you got any appointments left for the cat part? And they're like, yeah. Actually.
Hell yeah.
Wait, it's a by appointment thing?
Yes. You can't just like go in and pet cats.
See, in my brain, a cat cafe is you go to a cafe and there's just cats walking around.
No,
that's more the Japanese model.
Yeah, they have to keep them separated because like kids will just be walking in there like picking cats up and throwing them and shit. So you got to have like
you
got to have some rules. You got to have some rules. So basically, yeah, they keep the cats like in a different room. So you have to like pay to go in and pet the kitties.
Jarrod, I'm shocked you've never been to a cat cafe. Have you?
I don't know. Cat cafe? You're not a big cat guy, are you?
What part of me says, "Hey, I love cats so much, I want to go to a cafe about it"?
Does Michelle not a cat person either?
No, she loves cats. I don't mind cats, but like I enjoy a pet that'll interact with you and not just try to attack you like Scott's cat Serge used to do.
Listen, that was just one annoying cat. He was a real bad example.
No. It's not that the cat would attack me. It's that Jason would rile the cat up to the point that it attacked him.
True.
The whole time.
True.
It was so easy to just troll that cat. I can't lie.
You just grab him by his squishy face all the time.
Every cat's different, you know? Every cat's different. Like my cat now, she's totally chill for like a few minutes, you know? But like cats will let you know when it's time. Like Stevie's cat.
Yeah.
Like he just constantly wants attention.
Yeah, my kitty. I mean, he gets rough when I play with him because he didn't really grow up with like too many other cats, so he doesn't know how rough is too rough. But he don't, if you play with him, like a stranger comes over and plays with him, he's not rough with him at all. But like me, he'll bite the shit out of me. But
because he knows you.
Right.
You only bite the ones you love.
Yeah, he knows I won't backhand him or anything like that. We got to trust. But as far as this like cat cafe goes, I've never been to one either, but I'm definitely in full support. I like coffee and I love kitties.
Yeah, and it's great too because like all the cats there are adoptable. So basically, if you want to take a cat home, you just let them know like, hey, I want to adopt one, and then I think there's like a small fee or whatever, and you can adopt them and take them home.
Right.
At the end of the day,
it's not just like they're whoring out the kitties. Like
right.
You make an appointment to see if you could
right.
fall in love.
The goal
well,
is
you make an appointment
to
pet.
Adopted.
Yeah, but a lot of people go in and just like pet the kitties, and like I think it was like $8 a person for like a half an hour, and all that money goes towards like fostering them and stuff too, which is pretty sweet. Good. Yeah.
One thing I definitely noticed was that there's a delineation between the cats that had already been adopted, not given a fuck, and the ones that had yet to be adopted. Shouts out to this big old black cat named Brillo, who was not having any of her shit.
Brillo. He didn't give a fuck, man.
With a name like Brillo, what did you expect?
Listen,
that's a gritty kitty.
He's a good boy.
He knew he was out. He was like the one cat that day that got adopted. He's like, fuck all y'all. Don't touch me. Anymore. Yeah, I don't have to like fake like you like I like you. He's like just chilling off to the side. We tried to like pet him. He's like, no. Handed him a treat. He took that, of course.
Right.
Because they like when you go in, they like give you a few treats so you can like entice the kitties.
So it's like
to,
a
like,
petting
come over
zoo.
and hang out. Yeah, it is like a petting zoo.
You're gonna need some salt and pepper here for the kitty.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, there are a lot of like kittens there too, so they were pretty like active.
I'm looking for a photo of Brillo. See if he's on the Instagram.
Yeah, I know we had
petting. We had some good cats though while we were there.
I know there's a cat cafe in Gastonia, man. I might have to go check it out.
Is it still there?
That's what Scott was telling me.
I don't know if it's the same. It's not Mac Tabby, so it might be a little different, but I mean, I'm sure a lot of them are similar. This one, like anytime we're in downtown Concord, we'll go to it just because their coffee is that good. And they always have like interesting flavors. I had a Lucky Charms latte there that was fire.
I think
it literally had like marshmallows on top. No, you had a gingerbread latte.
Yeah, gingerbread.
Yeah, gingerbread. That's what I had that time too. But their coffee's great. So we'll usually just chill in there. And it's like a real cozy like coffee house area. They've got like couches set up and stuff.
I've never met a coffee house that wasn't some form of cozy though.
Oh, I have.
Mugshots wasn't.
Never mind, you guys.
Although I enjoyed Mugshots, but it was not what I would say cozy. Also, it existed inside of a bar though. So
clever name.
Yeah. When you're trying to do too much, you can't be cozy.
Yeah, it's true. If you're trying to be a bar too, you can't be cozy. So yeah, we had a Super Cat Cafe adventure. Unfortunately, the place we wanted to go to before that was closed. So, and I swear that's what happens in my life now. Any restaurant that I get really excited about going to is closed. Like we went to Belmont like 3 or 4 weeks ago. We wanted to go to Saki, which those of you who don't know, Saki is this amazing like fast food Japanese place. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess that's the best way to call it. It's like fast food hibachi.
Yeah, I would agree.
But it's real
been a
good.
long time since I've been to one.
Oh man, you're missing out. So we went there on a Saturday.
Your fault.
Why are they not open?
Oh, I don't know.
They weren't open?
No.
On a Saturday?
No. They were closed.
It's gotta be.
That's weird,
like,
man.
This past Saturday?
No. It was probably like 3-4 weeks ago at this point. It was like right before Halloween, but still, like Saturday's the busiest restaurant day. Oh, there was a note. It said they didn't have enough staff to open on a Saturday.
Yeah, the Gastonia one fell into that trap a couple months ago.
You know what's
so
weird?
They would only do drive-through.
I had Saki DoorDash to me 2 or 3 days ago.
He paid $75 for that.
It was like 25 for me and my mom.
But, that's not too bad.
The silverware was different, and the spring rolls were different. I feel like they went to the Belmont one, so I don't know if maybe Gastonia is going through the same thing or what. But we gotta make sure Saki stays open because I'll be damned. I eat that. That's like a Friday tradition.
I don't think they're going to close down. I think it's just they're having staffing issues, which I don't know if the same thing happened this place. So there's this amazing little hot dog shop in downtown Concord called Not Just Frank's. Shouts out Not Just Frank's. Had to get one in for myself. Literally, it's like just this little restaurant, like family owned, but it's amazing. You get 3 hot dogs for like $5. They have like 10 different kinds.
3 for $5?
3 for $5. They also have like homemade soft pretzels there, which you can get in like Parmesan, sugar, like brown sugar, cinnamon, and lightly salted. And they have all these like dipping sauces with it. The place is amazing. We've gone there like 4 or 5 times. Always good.
I have noticed that pretzels are overly salted. So having it say light salt means it's a normal amount of salt.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I've never gotten that.
When you were naming the flavors off, I was going to interject and be like, and you can also get salt flavor.
Yeah, but just lightly salted.
But they're
I'm for sugar flavored for sure.
It was real. I've had that one and I've had the Parmesan. They're both amazing. But anyway, so we go up on a Saturday and of course, closed. Nobody in there whatsoever. So we ended up with this nice little quaint Cuban. Actually, first we walked into this real podunk looking place because I'm like, oh, they got hot dogs too. Like maybe they'll be good. We walk in and sit down. Scott? Yes, Jason, take it.
I wanted to just imagine
paint a word picture for us.
So it just looked like every bar I've ever played at in my entire life. There's a stage, there was a bar, and they had food that it was the kind of shit we had to order shit at the bar where I was like, I was already turned off. I was like, I don't give a fuck about, like, I don't have to walk up to the bar and then ask the bar guy for the food. Like, someone must come out, just ask me what I want. And the vibe just was off. The vibe was terrible.
It was real weird.
It was just bad.
Okay, he's underselling this place.
Yeah.
You walk in, and there are literally 2 tables in sight. Both of them empty. One of them had like five chairs. So I'm like, all right, we'll just sit down at this one. There's only one menu sitting in the middle of the table.
Nothing like good on it.
No one said a fucking word to us. No one. There were 3 guys behind the bar talking.
Not giving a shit.
Didn't even look in our direction. So we sit down. I'm looking through the menu, like trying to be interested. I knew, like, as soon as I walked in, it was me, Jason, and my girlfriend. We're all sitting there, like, and we all knew, but didn't want to say that we wanted to get the fuck out of there as soon as possible. So we finally look at each other like, yeah, I don't really see much I want in here. I was like, you want to just go? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, go real fast. Because there's nothing worse than getting up and walking out of a restaurant. Like, it's
I know, it's an awkward feeling.
I love that shit.
I was about to say, if you had me there, dude, if you had me there, I would have made sure they knew, and I would have taught them. I'd be like, look, we're leaving because you guys are shit.
Nah, your vibes suck, man. Your vibes suck.
I would have walked in, looked around, saw what you guys saw. I'm like, nah, real loudly, and just walked right out. I've done it before, and I'll continue to do it.
Sounds like they need to be on
I can't do it, man.
It sounds like
I might not even get through the doorway. I open the door. What's crazy though? First one through, and I see that. I'm like, all right, you guys are closed.
Peace. Yeah, I looked too because typically we'll check Google reviews before we walk in anywhere, and it had like a 4.5. I was like, it's not bad. It's not bad, and it looked kind of cool from the outside.
The food could have been good. It's just we'll never know. Similar to the hot dog restaurant, I will never know what this unless I find myself in Concord. Because I'm not going back to your place till you move. Because on the way back home, I was got hit by some dude just like swerving through traffic, like not giving a fuck. And I was like, dude, I hate the universe. So.
That's oh my god! I could literally do an hour and a half just on horrible drivers, and I'm not. We're gonna save it for another time because I hate driving now. I hate driving on the highway so much. So
me too, man. Me too.
Shut up.
But I mean, it's a shame because I trust Scott's opinion on food because I don't have much of a food opinion myself. So it's like, I bet these are the most dope ass hot dogs ever. And maybe we will end up going there one day, but they were just fucking closed for Thanksgiving on some bullshit. And I'm like,
just like that whole weekend.
Get your ass back in there, make some dogs, make a fucking
It was Small Business Saturday, and they were closed.
Yeah,
they were a small
You'd
business.
Think that'd be the day they'd be open.
I know, but they're always busy, dude. Like every time I've gone, they have been packed. But what's crazy is they're so like good and so like on it that there can be a line out the door, and they'll get that line cleared up in 10 minutes or less. Like it's unbelievable how good they are. But
Yeah.
so, anyways, that was our. What was that? Saturday? It was Saturday.
Sounds like a Saturday.
Yeah. What else did we
Pretty
do?
nice little Saturday.
One thing I was gonna say though is like, in regards to the closing thing, why do Chinese restaurants think they can close on Mondays? We need to
They
put our
deserve
foot
it.
down on that. They can close on Sundays.
I think it has
man.
something to do with the seafood market.
Really?
I
Really?
think Jared's right.
It's the same reason like the fish camps in this area closed on Mondays. Seafood market.
Huh.
Mhm.
When I'm
That would
talking
make
about
sense.
like some General Tso's chicken, man, I'm not talking about.
I know what
You
you're talking
think
about, but
they're going
they
to-
have seafood, so
Listen, homie, you're just gonna have to get that frozen PF Chang's and deal with it. You know.
I
Ooh.
reckon so, man. But the thing
Chang's.
is like it's kind of like the Chick-fil-A thing where like you only want it on Sundays, and you don't realize that it's Sunday and that they're closed until you pull out your phone or something to DoorDash it.
Nah,
or-
it's usually
So-
Michelle who suddenly wants it, and I'm like, it's Sunday, right?
and then she's like,
True.
ah!
Yeah,
'Cause
pretty
that's
much.
all-
As not of a picky eater as I am myself, my mom is a extremely picky eater. And one of the few restaurants she like rides with no matter what is PF Chang's. Fucking loves that place. She
You know,
I'm
I'm-
not even sure I've even had the frozen PF Chang's before.
The frozen
it's
stuff's pretty good.
S tier in terms of the restaurant stuff. I actually, so the day before I met up with Scott, I went over to my friend John's house. He lives out in he's my mountain compound friend, and I went out to visit him. And
It makes him sound
It
like
was a great time.
Do you have a file for all your friends?
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
well, I'm reassembling it. It's kind of fallen by the wayside once I turned 30, which is kind of depressing. But
I
I'm
feel like
coming
that
back.
happens to everybody though. It's like
I
you
am.
turn 30
It's for
and
the
like your
betterment.
friend group turns to like 3 people.
I'm coming back. Don't count me out yet. But I learned a lot. I learned how to run a smoker, which is the most entertaining real world video game activity I've done in a long time. Ate some smoked chicken livers, which is a really strange kind of thing that I was into. Ate some smoked meats. Ate some seafood dip. Everything was smoked out. It was a fucking great time. But seriously, smokers are so entertaining. It's just a video game. You're trying to keep the temperature right, and by the end you get smoked meats. Who doesn't want
Jason-
smoked meats?
Jason, let me tell you about another video game you might like. It's called Pressure Washer Simulator.
Fuck that. I
I've
don't get
actually
that
played
at
that.
all. That is no. Just go clean
No.
your own fucking apartment, you lazy fucking millennials. That's the thing about pressure washer, whatever the fuck it's called, is that people probably play it. I'm like, my brother in Christ, just do that to your bathroom. I'm doing that this week in my bathroom.
You're pressure
if you're
washing your
playing-
bathroom?
He probably needs it,
No.
man.
Just cleaning
It
it.
probably could. But I just imagine there's people out there that play games involving cleaning, yet their house looks like hoarders. Get your fucking life together, people.
So I was going to disagree with you on that because I love Zen games like that, and my house isn't disgusting or anything. But
Well, and I'm not saying everybody that plays them is like that. I am saying that some people are probably like that. It's sort of like
Backtracking. He's
They're-
backtracking.
Oh, I get
making
it.
up for it.
I get it, yeah. Well, it's because it's like they don't mind cleaning. It's just when they play it on a game, they don't have to move that much.
Well, you're not a Gungy dirt slut, so congratulations to them. I know they're definitely out there. So
Well,
that's
at
all
least
I'm
I
saying.
know I'm not in that file.
Yeah, you're not his grungy dirt slut friend.
No,
Yeah. No,
I don't
Oh
really
my
have
I'm probably filed under F.
for what.
F.
I'm the fat friend.
No, what the fuck?
Nah, it's okay, man.
All to clarify, I have 2 files of friends, male friends and female friends. That's all there is to it.
But then
No.
there's subreddits for each one.
Yeah, for Mountain
No.
Compound friend.
Mountain Compound
Well,
friend.
yeah,
Podcast
yeah, I
friend.
guess
Mountain
so.
compound.
There can be overlaps for sure, but no, it's not. It's not
Burger
that
making friend who is also my roommate and bandmate.
Well, true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
I
Jesus
know that
Christ.
guy.
I need to start cooking, ish.
The internet
Hey,
can
if
help.
you need some pointers, man, I'll cook with you. I'll be your guide so that you don't eat undercooked chicken or something.
It's true. You want to make sure it's not pink in the middle.
Unless it's
Tip
your
number one.
steak.
No, of course I do.
Unless
Oh,
it's
Jesus,
Tell you what,
no.
man.
No.
Or burgers.
Especially when you're first
Or
starting
salmon.
out. When you're first starting
true.
out, for real,
Or tuna.
get
Or
you a
tuna.
meat thermometer, man. That'll save your day.
Oh yeah, invaluable tool. Yeah, we used it when we were smoking. The problem with me cooking is just like I'm envious of like animals, like dogs and cats. They eat the same fucking thing, everything, don't care about it at all. I could be that guy. I could eat the same thing every day for the rest of my life and not care.
Yeah,
So
but you
excuse me
hate
for
eating.
dying. I do.
Kitties
Yeah.
don't, man. They love to eat. And I get fuzzy. I'm one of those people. Like, I think about this when I'm picking his food off the shelf at the grocery store. I'm like, let me get him 2 beefs, 2 ocean white fishes, 2 turkey and giblets dinner. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I could probably just get 10 turkey ones, and then, every time it's like Mardi Gras to him. But for some reason, I have it in my head. I'm like, nah, he needs variety because, he's a kitty and he deserves variety.
And if you've ever tried like a bit of like hard pet food, it's just like, this is it. This is what makes you go sicko
Can't
mode.
say that I have.
Well, I'm talking about wet
You never
food,
have?
but you're talking about crunchies.
I haven't
crunchies.
I haven't crossed that bridge. But I mean, I'll admit, one day I was real curious. I tried a bit of a dog treat. And I was like, this is it. It tastes like paper with like slight meat allspice, and I was like, I don't get it.
And they freak out about it.
I don't understand
when
man.
you give it to
I thought
them.
I had a shitty sense of taste. God damn.
We've been buying our dog these greenies, and like I guess they have them for like cats and stuff too.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, dope! They have like a gingerbread flavored one. I'm like, this probably at least smells good.
Nope.
So I order the gingerbread ones. They come in. They smell like a giant bag of asses.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you opened a bag of asses, this is what it would smell like. And it's supposed to be gingerbread and mint. Like it not.
That
I
doesn't
don't
even
know.
sound
I don't understand it.
appetizing.
Stinkier the better.
Right.
I have the regular greenies that I give Fozzie.
Yeah,
What
my
do they
dog.
smell like?
My dog gets
Like
greenies.
every time that I pull him out of the bag and he's looking at me, he starts bitching. He's like, "Hurry up, man! Put it on the floor." Like, so I mean, it doesn't smell like the botanical gardens to me or anything, but to him, he's like, dude, I need that shit.
No, for
So he
us,
loves it.
the dog has 3 different types of treats. She's got her you went outside and did your business treat, which is bacon. She's got her bedtime treat, which is pumpkin and I don't know. She likes it. It's pumpkin flavored.
That sounds pretty dope. I want to go
And-
for the bedtime treat.
And then she has her
Yeah, me too.
greenie, and she gets them for different things, but she loves them just the same. But the
Yeah.
greenie, man, it smells like mint. That's it. Mint,
Yeah,
mint like
Jason,
dog treat.
I got the regular ones. Actually, I got the off-brand, the Target brand. They're
Oh, yeah,
called
we use the
Minties.
pedigree.
Yeah,
We use pedigrees. I think it's pedigree. Yeah.
Good for the kitty's teeth and the doggy's teeth.
yeah, good for doggy's teeth. And those ones smell fine. It's just
Yeah.
the gingerbread ones smelled awful. I don't know. I'll probably never get those again. They also have blueberry, but I'm afraid to try those now.
But
I want
he's-
to add that I met Scott's dog, and Scott told me what combination of dogs this dog is, and it looks like neither of these dogs. And the best way I can describe Scott's dog is small. She's cute, but she is small, and that is what she is.
Deep adjectives.
but not teacups.
She is
She's not teacup size. No.
no,
okay.
not that small, not that small, but
but you
she's
were-
just
like
like
10 pounds.
small.
You were talking
Yeah.
about trying.
You're not
dog
trying to
treats.
smuggle her?
Yeah.
Jason, I've been curious about dog treats before, especially like the pepperoni ones. Have you ever
touched
tried that one? Yeah, you touched
No,
it.
I just munched on one of those like standard issue dog milk bone things. You know, little.
Oh, I
okay.
think everyone's tried those at
Yes.
least once, right?
Nope.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is it. This is it.
It's
I guess
dry ass. It's dry as hell.
I have a really funny story, but it's real quick, and then we'll move on.
Go
So my dad, when he was a little bit younger, had he's had friends he's known like growing up his entire life, just about. Well, I can't remember, they were out somewhere, and they tricked him into eating this like dog food because they told him, they're like, this is some new meat product that's coming out. You really have to try it. It's real good. And he literally took like a big ass bite of it and like got real sick. But dog food, man,
How'd he
don't
get-
eat it.
It's not meant for human
vintage dog
tummies.
food. A lot of lead in that old vintage dog food.
Vintage
Old-
dog
old
food, bro.
Uncle Harry's lead and beef.
Old ass.
Lead and beef.
I remember
And a lot of
seeing,
DDT.
I saw a YouTube video by Catfish Cooley where he tried dog food. He's like, I'm gonna try the expensive and the cheap, and I'll tell you on camera right now which one, if either one's good. And obviously, it's just him throwing up the whole time and trying to talk while he's.
What? Is that bad?
It's so hilarious and disgusting at the same time. But at the end of it, he goes, "I knew it. They both taste like shit." I'll link you to it, man. It's a good time. But yeah, he's just sitting there eating the dog food and throwing up the whole time.
That's crazy.
It's not good. There's nothing good about it. It's all like the leftover parts that they don't
crude.
use.
It's in the ingredients. Crude.
Yeah,
it's facts. Yeah,
sure is crude.
I mean, like dogs especially, they just love gross shit, and I don't hold that against them. They're just like, oh, hey, look at that rotting deer corpse. I'm gonna go smudge myself on it. I'm like, you live your best life, Mr. or Mrs. Dog. I don't care. Like, it's like stinky stuff. Let them be stinky. Let them eat the remnants of a baby calf that fell out of like a dead deer carcass they found on the side of the road, and they shoved the dog food.
We've derailed.
We have derailed. Are we ready to move on? Let's move on.
That's what PETA told me. I don't know what else to say.
Let's move on to some new views. Yeah, bitch.
Let's fucking go.
The noise.
Cut
now
that,
that everybody's awake,
cut that in post.
So
that's crazy. It worked.
I have a confession to make.
It's been you this whole time.
This is the place for it.
So you know how in the intro, how I fade the music down?
Well, Jason.
Well, turns out, if you don't turn the volume back up, you can't hear anything else.
This whole time we could have had that shit, and you just had the volume down.
I mean, what does it look like? Is it buttons? Is it buttons you have to hit, and there's like a master fade?
Yeah.
Our sound technician is fucking up.
Hey guys. So we got segues again. So that's a good time.
That's hard.
Well, we technically never lost them.
We wanted to blame the software the whole time.
Yep.
You know.
Sorry, Riverside.
Sorry, Riverside.
From the guy who got a little too spicy with the edits on the last podcast and had to go back and reassemble the file because I deleted it and didn't tell anybody about it. I can't say too much.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, that's way worse than the segues not working.
Yeah.
It took 10 minutes. It was that big a deal.
We did find a couple other ones that you muted as well. Yeah, Jarrod had to apologize. You know how much Jarrod likes apologizing? He doesn't like apologizing.
I should have made a free Britney video, except it's just me like crying and like talk like about how like bad I feel about fucking up.
Missed opportunity. There's still time. We just posted it today, so
yeah, we can still make that video.
Yeah, it was cut a finger off Yakuza style.
It was my new microphone episode, and I felt singled out because it was only me that kept cutting out.
Yeah. Yep.
On my new mic app, on my new mic episode, man.
Disappointed. Hashtag disappointed.
I'm sorry, audience, son. It will not happen again. Shit! What the fuck? Liquid Death in the house. Let's go.
Liquid Death in the house. Okay, don't scream again. That was real bad.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about some new views.
Yeah.
So, as of recording, the new trailer for that 90s show dropped today. Did you guys get a chance to look at that yet?
I did actually.
I stumbled across it, actually. I remember reading the notes and being like, I should check that out. And then like 20 minutes later, someone had shared it.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird that they're relaunching an off-brand show that wasn't watched a lot to begin with. Because they've already
there's still a lot of people that love that 70s show.
That 70s show is amazing.
But like, so is that 90s show is the original cast?
It's so far they've released that it's Kitty and Red Foreman are the carryovers.
And that's it. All the rest are brand new characters. And then the old cast are going to make like cameos from what
they did with Fuller House, basically.
Pretty much.
Except for Danny Masterson. Don't think he's
I don't think they're going to bring him back.
They specifically said he will not be coming back. So yeah, he's still being
canceled,
charged with raping women and stuff.
Yeah, you can't
that
cancel
trial is
someone
still
when
going
it's been
on.
proven.
Yeah, it's been proven. There's no cancellation. He's just an asshole.
I've never.
Well, I mean,
watched
you
a
still
single...
get canceled though. You know?
I think it's, I don't know.
No,
He's
I
a
think the
pretty bad
canceling
chap.
thing is people are trying to get you taken off air where he did it to himself.
Yeah, he did do it to himself.
The new Mars Volta album is all about him.
What?
I've never watched a single episode of I've never watched a single episode of that 70s show.
Are
Well,
you
it's-
serious?
Is it on? It's
It
on
seemed like the
Netflix.
most-
Damn,
I don't
dude.
know if it's your vibe, Jason.
No,
It seems so cringe.
No,
It seemed
it's
like
not.
the cringiest
old
show
people
ever.
don't watch it.
It's not cringy
Is it not?
at all. It's a fantastic show. Yeah. There is very little to no cringe unless you watch like the last season, which is awful.
Yeah, with Seth Meyers' brother in it.
Oh God, it's so bad. So bad. The lesser of the Myers brothers. But the
fair.
rest of the series is awesome. Like it's definitely like one of my top 10 favorite series, I would say. Like I've watched it through many times and it still makes me laugh. I mean,
Yeah,
look at how many
it's great.
careers it launched.
You do get to a certain point where like all the jokes become recycled, though.
They do. They do.
Like you can
But,
only
the
make fun
first,
of
like, 5 or
Kelso for
6
so
seasons-
much.
True.
Mhm.
You can, but
I'm
mean-
not really a sitcom guy though either.
Oh, then you're out.
that's what I'm saying. It's not your vibe. You don't watch
Yeah.
sitcoms at all.
That's not to say I didn't like sitcoms growing up. Shout out to Step by Step, but I don't know. Like it doesn't really hold my attention in modern times. Step by Step,
Counting
was a
yours.
banger.
Step by Step was amazing. I actually,
Banger.
me and Ashley were rewatching that like I don't know earlier this year I think because it like
Slaps.
showed up on Hulu.
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot
so-
about that. They
Still
brought back just
as
about
good,
all the
man.
TGIF
Oh yes.
because that's where I
watch.
watched Boy Meets World.
Yeah, we watched the shit out of that. We
I
watched a
should-
bunch of other ones. Oh, we watched a little bit of Family Matters, and then
Whatever happened to the bitch to the lead?
we watched a lot of Home Improvement too.
Great
I think
show.
we've pretty much watched through all of Home Improvement.
You
again.
just started singing Full House, not Family Matters.
Yeah, you
Oh,
definitely
shit.
did.
Hey, you know, man.
What was the
It's
what
almost
was
the
the Family
same.
Matters theme? What was the Family Matters theme song?
What
What's
was
the first
it?
bar?
I don't know. I'm still singing Step by Step in my head.
I don't remember.
Step by step, day by day. Every
Family
time I go to
Matters had-
Carowinds and see a roller coaster go down,
Boom.
I go, "Wah, me, 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 me,
Yep.
me."
Yep. What got
Every
me?
time.
What got me was that Step by Step was like somewhere in the out west or Midwest. Like they were like near Chicago or something, right?
Yeah. But
But
I
when
think
you
they
see
filmed
that
that at
roller
like Cedar
coaster-
Point or something, didn't they?
No, if you look at it, it's right next to the beach. That's not a lake. That is a
Oh,
beach.
yeah. I wonder where that roller coaster was.
I don't
Let's
know, but
find
it was
out.
it looked like it was two different things.
We can hear that, Jason. We can't. 15
seconds.
15 seconds.
None of you can afford the royalties on that.
We cannot afford the royalties on that for
Don't worry.
sure.
I'll
Not unless
cut
we
the
get
rest
a
of it out.
Liquid Death sponsorship.
Six Flags Magic Mountain.
I'll cut. I'll leave that 5
Valencia,
seconds.
California.
I had to.
No, don't cut anything. You're not touching editing anymore. You're done. You're cut off. Your cut button is gone.
I'll make sure
Gone.
the Family Matters theme song doesn't go over 50 seconds. Though I don't recall. Like I had to. That one doesn't stick out to me, unfortunately, in terms of theme songs. To the point that I thought the Full House.
That was-
the Full
I think
House
that was
theme song
also
kinda
one of the
covers
ones-
Everything though.
The Family Matters ones, I think, was one of the few that would like they would just cut the song halfway through it. You would get
I
like
think you're
yeah.
right.
And it
5
would just be
people that are in
music.
the show, and then also like bam, episode continues.
Yeah, it's true. It's just like that's a crazy show.
Back when
But-
one character played two,
Oh yeah.
when he was
But they keep
Steve
bringing all
and
those shows back
Stefan.
because they keep bringing the shows back because they can't come up with any new ideas that are actually sitting with people. So they're just cashing in on what they can, produce for right now.
And,
And
none
I-
of them are good.
Nope.
Well, I
been a
mean,
little
that
bad.
80s show didn't do very well.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah, I was
Just
about to
ask
say, well, that one
Glenn
didn't-
Howerton, who was on that.
I mean, that one didn't have any of the original cast or anything in it. So, I mean, it's
No, I
slightly
didn't even have
different,
the
but-
basement.
Right, yeah. The only thing I remember from that was a commercial where he's like talking on the cordless phone and he's like, I'm talking on a cordless phone. That's all I remember. Is he was like in a dance club and he says that, and then I don't think I ever watched the show. I just saw that trailer and said, I'm good.
How many episodes did I get?
I didn't
watch the show.
4?
Probably.
Yeah, it probably got
Well, I need
canned
to
like
find out.
halfway through its first season.
Have any of you ever seen a remake of anything you thought was good?
TV show wise?
13 episodes for that 80s show
You
in
serious?
2002. Yeah.
It got a
I kinda remember
4.8
that.
out of 10 on IMDb.
Oof.
Mid.
Damn.
Dude, that's less than mid.
There's Glenn
Yeah, I
Howerton
can't-
front
Great-
and center
great
in the
band.
cast shot.
I can't think of a reboot that's actually been good, like
They're
TV
all
show
shit.
wise. Like,
TV show-wise?
Jared, did you ever watch How I Met Your Father? Like, did you end up watching?
Actually,
any
that
of
was pretty good because it
Was it?
felt like the show, but you had new characters, and like they would give you little sprinkles of the original show because people in the show live in the old apartment. When they talk about it, they talk about the couple that sold it to them, and they
So is it still? Are they doing another season?
yeah
of
they're
it?
supposed to have another season of it.
Okay.
Even the new Dexter reboot looked trash.
Stevie, did you see that?
I did. I own it, and it's good. I think it's good, but that's also a very unpopular opinion. But I was going to point out Cobra Kai, but that's a TV show created off of a movie, so I
Yeah.
don't know if
That's
that
not really,
technically
like-
counts.
Yeah,
No,
they're
it's
not
a
like
continuation.
redoing the Karate Kid. Yeah.
That's a continuation.
Well, so is New Blood.
I'm trying to think of any reboots I liked. I didn't like the the Point Break movie. That was ass.
Red Dawn was not good. The new one.
No, that didn't do too well either. What else?
Movie wise, man, I'd have to look through the library.
Let's see, I'm thinking more just TV shows. I feel like TV shows are bigger offenders.
TV shows. Fuller House did okay, but you really kind of watched it for the cameos.
Dude, it
And
was
then you
so
kind of
cheesy
waited
though,
for
dude.
the Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen jokes that they would make. Like when Uncle Jesse would like dead center the camera, go, "Come on over, it'll be fun." and then it got weird.
I'm assuming it got canceled as well. Well,
No,
that's what Bob
I
said
don't know.
yesterday.
It's on Netflix.
No, they just ended it. They ended it.
Oh,
They did like they actually announced it would be like a final season, so it
Oh,
didn't get
that's good.
canceled. Like it went like 3 or 4 seasons, I think.
I watched
But-
the
Yeah,
first
something like
season.
that.
It wasn't too bad. I mean, that's how sitcoms are, basically.
I think
They
I got
are.
through the first 2 seasons of it. And I was like, I'm kind of over this.
I feel like it's a nostalgia glasses things with the old seasons. Like we watch them and just like reminisce,
Yeah.
and then we see like the rebooted version, which I mean, it has like the same tone a lot of the time, but it just
I mean,
it
like
just
the
feels,
final
like,
season of
disingenuous.
Scrubs?
Yeah. Oh, that was awful.
Which felt like it was trying to be a reboot of a show that had
Yeah.
just finished.
exactly.
But Bill
Well, could
Hader
you count
used
The
it to,
Office as a reboot?
No.
No, it's an American
I
version.
would say no.
Yeah, completely
Yeah.
different.
That's
like
the
it was
loophole.
done with
Also, it extended so far beyond the British version. I think it was definitely its own thing.
yeah, for sure.
Some might say it
Gotcha.
extended too long when we lost
I wouldn't say
Steve
that.
Carell.
I
true.
stopped at the episode where Jim and Pam like got engaged. I never finished.
Wow,
the
that's
show.
like halfway through.
Yep.
I think it was like season 3 or 4, maybe.
Yeah,
It was
you
funny, but now it's like I don't have access to it, so I don't give a shit.
you got a long way to go,
I am
man.
not. I'm not very good with television shows. I just watch it.
No.
We've been over this before.
Oh, we know.
No, I try.
American
I was trying to watch
Pickers.
the new, like, I know. I fucking love
Dude,
American
you
Pickers.
bash on that every week, but that show is great, man.
It
Oh
rips.
boy.
Those
Man,
guys are good, man.
I want to know
Oh.
what it's like being a 70-year-old far too soon.
Yeah. Can you guys
blows
tell
my
us about
mind,
that?
though. It blows my mind on that show because they'll be like, "Oh, that's a wooden piece of shit sign right there. I'm gonna get $480 for." It's like, what? Who the fuck is
Well,
buying this shit?
The
For that
reason-
much-
If I had to,
The people on
if I had to
TV.
defend American Pickers, I would say that nothing made today in 2022, people 50 or 60 years from now will pay $400 for. Like, we just don't make anything
No.
of value anymore. Like, but things made like kind of like in the 50s, 40s, 30s. Things were just made better by virtue of not having to make as much because there were less people, and people kind of made individual things last longer.
And they
So
they were
it's-
built to last too.
They were built to last because, like, you know, it's just, but it's the kind of thing where it's just like, you know, if you got to make 1 million Hickory Dickory Dock toys, you know, they're not going to be as nice if you just got to make like 10 Hickory Dickory Dock toys. I'm not even sure if a Hickory Dickory Dock is a real toy or not. I feel like it's probably like
No, it's a
something
nursery
used,
rhyme.
like, the Hickory Dickory Dock. What would Hickory Dickory Dock be? It'd probably be like a gun, and the marketing for it was problematic in modern times.
I was thinking it
Something
was
wrong.
like a wooden boy, like Pinocchio or something.
Hmm.
I was gonna say, well, it's got to be a weapon, like some sort of like weapon you hit your brother or sister with, and it's somehow like the marketing's problematic now. It just involves like Native Americans or I don't know what. But yeah.
Where are we going with
Do you
this?
write this stuff down when you say it?
Where
No.
are we right now?
I'm just like everything back then was just super not
You-
cool.
You should be a rapper, man.
Marketing-wise.
If you come up with shit like that off the top of the head.
This all
you should
started when
rap.
we brought up the 90s show.
No.
I know. So getting back to that 90s show trailer, it definitely looks really cheesy.
So did that
I
70s
think-
show.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't think that 70s show looked that cheesy.
You watch
Like,
a trailer
they
for
were
that
really
70s
bad.
show.
There were really bad like Gen Z jokes already
Ooh.
that I wasn't vibing with.
I'm
I
not going
wasn't
to watch
feeling
it.
it, man.
If I'm being honest with you, I'm not going to watch it.
I'm probably
You
not
know,
either.
and then, Red Foreman, he had to say my foot in the ass, all that, his classic line.
Yep.
It's just the trailer is showing you that it's going to be like Full House, where you just watch it for the cameos and for all the callbacks. It'll do
Yep.
well for like 1, maybe 2 seasons if they're lucky. I
give it
think
1.
they'll get 2 seasons. Yeah. It's
Well,
probably
it's
just gonna be 1
Netflix,
season.
so it'll probably go on for 5 because it's something nobody watches.
Right.
Also, do you
Yeah.
think they're rebooting this as like a big FU to Danny Masterson?
I don't.
'Cause, like,
I wouldn't
no,
really
it's
consider this a
Netflix.
reboot because this would also fall under the continuation category
Mm-hmm.
because you're getting
Well-
2 of the original characters right there. So they're
Right.
not just like
They're not
sprinkling it in
rebooting.
like with Christina Ricci in Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's what I meant. I use the term, reboot, kind of like remake and reboot,
Are they
like
doing a
interchangeable.
reboot?
continuation.
Reboot.
Are they doing a reboot of the show Reboot, the CG show from the 90s? Does that
No.
feel weird? I thought I heard that. Maybe I'm
No,
wrong.
there is a show
Uh.
that's called Reboot on Hulu that has Keegan Michael Key and
Yeah, that
Johnny
might be what
Knoxville
you're
in
thinking
it.
of.
But that's
Oh, yeah.
not
I'm
a
thinking of
that's not a reboot of another reboot.
I've been
That's
meaning
actually
to
a show
check that
called
show
Reboot.
out.
It's a show called Reboot that's about them rebooting a show that they used to be on. So it's very
That's-
meta.
We've reached.
I've been meaning to watch that. Have you seen it? Like, is it good?
I've seen like 2 or 3 episodes, and it's pretty funny. It didn't like hold my attention enough to go back and watch it. I watched like all the episodes that existed. What are you
Mhm.
showing me?
He's
What
trying to
is
show
that?
us his grainy
Oh, Reboot.
1994 cell phone screen.
Yeah. Reboot.
Yeah, it's nothing like that.
That
It's
this
nothing
show
like
was
that at all.
this show
that looks-
was wild.
That
It
show
looks
is
pretty weird.
DMT.
No one's ever seen it but me. That's cool.
No, I know what
True,
you're talking
true.
about.
I might
There's
have seen it. I
people
don't
inside a
know.
video game world.
I'll have to
Yep.
Yeah.
take a look at it later.
All right, so that 70s show or that 90s show, probably not gonna watch it.
No, I'll
Let's,
skip right over it.
And I love the
Let's-
90s too, which is very sad.
Me too.
Well, it's not sad that I love the 90s. It's just sad that I don't have an interest in a show that's based on my favorite decade.
I know it is sad. I may
It looks
watch
like it's
an
based on a
episode.
basement.
It does look based on a base.
And
One thing
so-
about the 90s, I feel like everything was super dark. Like no lights were on in the 90s. Maybe this is in the South.
you know what it was?
lighting.
You know
or maybe
what?
just your
When-
room.
When I was watching that trailer, you know what it was that helped me decide for sure that I didn't want to watch that shit?
What was it?
When they pretended that they were all high in the basement, just like
Oh,
they used
yeah.
to do in the show. And I was
Yep.
looking at it and I was like, I'm not ever going to like these characters. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
out.
people weren't smoking weed in the 90s. People were just doing like real hard drugs in the 90s, I feel like.
Well,
weed
they were
wasn't a
definitely
thing back
smoking
then.
weed.
Plus, these characters look like they're like
For sure.
12.
Just ask Snoop Dogg.
Or like anyone that was a
True.
teenager in the 90s.
Hey,
I
Scott,
wasn't
were you a
teenager in the
teenager in the 90s?
Might have been.
Is that what you're
Maybe.
alluding to?
Nope.
Oh.
So let's move on to let's talk about some trigger warnings today. So we used to do a segment called Trigger Warnings where we basically talk about things that really kind of pissed us off a little bit. So we issue as a trigger warning for anybody else that, this may not piss you off. You may be someone that this benefits. But this is something that's really bothered me probably over the past like 2 years. It seems to have gotten much, much worse.
Is it
And
Walmart?
No. No. We've already exhausted that. No, this is every time you pay for something somewhere, it gives you a little tip button where
Yeah.
you tip them. And it's in like places where you would never tip anybody in the past,
Mhm.
ever. Like restaurant, totally fine. But it seems like other weird little places are like doing it. And they're standing there while you're at the register trying to pay.
Mhm.
So if you hit the no tip button, you look like the asshole.
No, I
I
don't.
do it all the time.
You
I
hit
look
no
them
tip
dead in their eyeballs. Just go,
and say, fuck this shit.
not today.
I don't feel like anybody gets any of those tips. Like I feel like all that money goes right to corporate. Am
I wonder,
wrong?
man. I wonder.
I've heard they don't get any of that shit.
So when I worked at Subway like 12, 13 years ago, they told us like we can't take tips from people because people would come in and they'd want to tip sometimes. And now, you go to Subway and it's implemented into the pay screen.
Yep.
So it's like you just have
It's
to pay with cash, I guess, if you want to avoid that awkwardness. For me, I don't really care because I tip where it's appropriate. But
Yeah, like
Here's my
Jersey
thing.
Mike's is one for sure. Like the sub places I've noticed,
Mhm.
all of them have that now.
Mhm.
And it's like,
They-
I'm not
they-
going to tip the dude that's doing his job to like make my sub. If he delivered
They
it to
can't-
me, then different story. But
True. And like whenever I buy stuff on the app, they ask me to tip. I never do. They can't spit in your food if you don't tip till the end. Right? Like so. Yeah, they can't drop a nose nuke in your salami if you're tipping at the very end.
so
But,
where's the hard line on tipping for you then? Like where do you draw the line? So who do you tip and who do you not tip?
Oh, sit down restaurants, coffee shops. I would for like why not? But
You
that's
you
about
tip
it.
at Starbucks?
Locally owned.
Oh, okay.
No, locally owned coffee shops.
So Starbucks, you
Shouts out
don't.
to-
Even though it's
Shouts out to
definitely
Friday
on there.
right up the road. The big bucks. No, like but I think for a while I did tip like $1 because I felt bad, but then I was just like,
You don't know where it
I-
goes.
you don't know where it goes. Like I give you a perfect story actually about all this. R.I.P.
Perfect.
Not shouts out, but R.I.P. to Bricks, the old pizza restaurant in Gastonia.
Did they close?
Yeah. They kept
closed.
failing their inspections
Ah,
like rats and bugs
damn.
and shit.
Now here's a
Bricks,
shout
man.
out.
But that's gross.
like actual shit.
Yes.
Probably top level shout out to Kurt, the former manager of that place.
Top
a
level.
real one by all definition. Top level shout out.
That's
to
two. That's two. Top level shout outs.
Kurt. Long. I do miss that place. Long story short, the cash system was broke. So the lady that was my waitress, she came out. And she says, "Hey, I guess your food's free, so you can just go." And I was like, "Pause. No, ma'am." And basically, what I ended up doing was just giving her, because the food was going to be free, I just took the amount that was the total, and I was like, "What's your Cash App?" She gave me your Cash App, and I sent her like $25 on Cash App. I was like, just do my
Damn.
part.
Damn. All right,
I
Jason
mean, come on.
flexing.
I mean, like, it's just like, so what I'm trying to say is like, if you want to tip somebody, like, just hit them up on Cash App and send some money that way.
That's
Instead of,
best
like,
case
going directly through
scenario.
corporate.
That's best case scenario right there. What you did with that lady, because she probably was like, "Oh, this is gonna be some complicated bullshit, so I'm just gonna tell them it's free so that I can like get out of this easily." And then you were like,
Yeah.
no, and she's like, "Oh shit, it's gonna be one of those customers." And then you're like, "I'm gonna Cash App you some money," and she's like, "Oh, this worked out. Hell yeah."
Yeah, I will say I went about a lot more smooth than that to give myself some credit, but like I was
Right.
just like, I don't really give a shit about money to begin with. But what I'm trying to say is like, instead of like blindly throwing $2 into the Corpo app, if that latte is just popping, just give them like what's your Cash App or Venmo? I don't fuck with Venmo because it's complicated. Cash App is the
way easier.
stripper app. Cash App's a stripper app. It's a stripper, drug dealer, small business,
Putting
local
people on
arms dealer.
blast.
Except for the fact that they're going to start taxing your ass if you get over
thanks.
$600 in Cash App a
Dude.
year.
Yep.
But
I don't even want to get into that.
What a dystopian society we live in. But
He's not
Just-
wrong
just
though.
to-
I mean, people use Cash App for those purposes.
Oh, they absolutely do.
And that's
For
why they're
sure.
doing it.
judgment, yeah.
And that's exactly why they're doing it. So I honestly, when it comes to tipping, Like, I agree with Jason. Restaurants, coffee shops, I typically do just locally owned. But I try to do cash too. Like, if always like toss $1 or 2 into their little tip jar. If they have a tip jar, that's a big
Yeah.
W for them because I'm definitely gonna use that.
I never
But
have cash.
it's
but
just like
yeah.
these sub places and these other places that like there's no reason that these people should be like have a tip thing. And I feel like a lot of these systems it's just built in that way.
Yeah.
They just build it in. Now, the other thing to piggyback on this that aggravates me, I've been going to PetSmart a lot because, dog, cat. Every
You got a small
time we go
dog.
there, it takes me 10 fucking minutes to get through their little machine. Because they're like,
Too
they're
many
like,
prompts.
here's the amount. Is this correct? Press the button. So you press the button. Would you like to help a pet in need? You
Yes.
can donate $1, $5, $10, $20, or no thanks, which is the smallest button to the further right. Hit the no thanks button. Are you sure? Yes. Next screen. Please enter your PIN number. And there's literally like 6 to 7 screens just to check out at this place. They're the worst offender. Like there are other
There's a
places that do it, but oh man.
You know
There's
what
a
I say
screen
when
asking
they
you. There's a screen asking you, "Do you want to adopt a dog?" And they show you like a cute picture of a dog, and you say,
And then
Fuck
Sarah
it, yeah, throw the dog
McLachlan
in the
plays
bag.
in the background.
I will remember you.
like a little speaker they put on the side of the machine.
Yeah. No, it's just the lady at the cash register that just has her phone up.
Oh
Told us.
yeah, she's got a hotspotted. Now you know what I always say when they ask is like sometimes the people will get involved too, and they'll be like, you want to donate to a dog or a cat in need. I always and they do it at the grocery store too. They'll be like, you want to donate a meal? And I'm like, nah, I'm donating a bunch of meals to me right now. Like,
Always.
that's what I always say.
Well, when
I
you
try
find
to be
out
extra
that-
stupid,
When you
'cause
find out
then
that
they're
those
like, "Oh, this
charity
guy."
things, the charity things are just tax write-offs for these big companies.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
that's another thing too. Like I tell them, I'm like, look, man, if I was gonna like do something like that, I would just like actually go and do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Give
what
it
I
to
mean?
the
Like,
charity yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Or just fucking go down to the QT at 8-9 o'clock at night and be like, hey
Mm-mm.
man, you guys want some hot dogs?
We lost Jason.
He's gone.
His internet gave up on him.
Damn.
Goodbye, Jason.
We're gonna get a call in from Jason on his
Yep.
phone out in the woods, running from the
Again.
Blair
Doing
Witch.
this again. He's back
Doing
in the
this again.
caverns.
Oh my God. Never fails.
But I do have an opinion on tipping, like in general.
Let's hear it.
I don't mind tipping people, and I'm talking about in all settings where it's appropriate, But you were talking about, they didn't have staff at, the restaurant that day, and that's why they were closed. I really feel like they need to change the whole situation because tipping is like a bonus for those people. That's what it should be.
right.
Not if I don't get tips, I don't make any money, and therefore why the hell am I doing this? And they question their life.
Mhm.
No, it should be either automatic gratuity, because they do that at a lot of places in bigger cities. Like in Charlotte, they do it, for example. They
Yeah.
automatically add the tip on.
That's
So-
because people just pay and leave.
They need to
In a
either
lot of
do that
cases, yeah.
shit or they need to like pay them decent, because that's like how the UK does it, for example. They make 10, 11, 12 pounds an hour, however, I don't know the exact currency exchange or whatever, but you know what I mean? Like they make a decent wage, which would be equivalent to like, $10 to $15 an hour here. Then they also get tips if, customers want to tip them, but it's not a requirement and it doesn't, suck. Cause like, I don't think you should work a job, or I don't think it's fair to like be like, I could make $50 today, or I could make $200, $300, $400 today. You should be able to be more secure in your job, and we need those people to work those jobs because
Well, that's why all these places are closed now on Saturdays.
That's what I'm
because
saying.
they
So-
can't get people to work there.
they need to fix the system, man. We
That's
need to
it.
do something about it.
That's right.
Who's we?
Everybody that likes to eat out or anywhere where these workers are treated like shit, because it's not cool, man.
True. It is
Like
not cool.
you could at least give them minimum wage, which I know is garbage, but I would imagine if someone made $7.25 an hour plus tips, they would be on the internet complaining less.
Probably so.
But the way the whole system's set up is it's set up to where like the waiters and waitresses go online and they bitch about the customers not tipping when really it's the corporation's fault that the whole system is set up that way.
Yeah, because they're making like $3 an hour and relying on tips most of the
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I like to say I'm a pretty good tipper most of the time. You
Yeah.
know,
I
the
try to
service is
be.
decent. I try to tip well because I know like my mom was a bartender growing up. She basically lived off of tips because she was making like $2 an hour outside of that. So like I
Mhm.
get it. I get that side of things. I have no problem with tipping the people that are making like a lower wage and they rely on those tips. It's just like when it comes to these places that these people don't rely on tips, yet their system has built in like, oh, would you like to leave a tip? 10%, 15%, 20%. And also, you know what I also don't like? There's a place around us, and this restaurant's great. We go there a lot, but they make you pay at the table with them standing there as well.
Oh no.
Oh, it's the worst. They
Like they-
hand you one of those like
The little black book
handheld.
thing.
Yeah, they have this little handheld thing that they just stick your card in, and like they're standing there above you while you're pressing like how much you're gonna tip and everything, and you feel like an asshole if you do anything less than 20%. So you like gotta do that 20% button, no matter how shitty the service was. That's where you're at.
That reminds
So-
me of how the bars have it, like where they always have the iPad and they'll put it on the bar top and they'll turn it sideways to where both of y'all can see it at the same time. I'm like, well, obviously I got to give her $3 or $4 on top of the $5 I just paid for this overpriced beer because she's looking at me. You know, I don't really get a lot of guilt trip anyways when it comes to tipping because I try to like, you know, usually if I buy a beer at a bar for like $3-4, I usually just give them a $5 and you know, that happens like 6 or 7 times that night, you know, it's like I did my part. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like, you know, and I think they like it like that too, because they know that you'll be more inclined to tip if you're sitting there like hawking them.
Right. Yep. That's it. So
But inappropriate places to tip is that we need to fix that too. And who's we? That's you and me, Jarrod and Scott.
I don't
And
control their
everybody
software.
else.
yeah, I don't control their software either. If I did, you damn well better believe I'll be taking that tip and bullshit off of there. It'd be gone so fast. It wouldn't even know.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
Jason.
the dark
I think-
man cometh.
I
You're back.
think. Hi, how's it going? I think it's about time your boy gets a new laptop.
Wait,
that's what
were
I
you
missed. Hi.
Googling again?
Hold on. So
Oh no shit.
let's back this up. Jason's been saying it's about time his boy gets a new laptop for like 5 years now. Since I've known him, he's been talking about getting a new laptop.
He's just
It's
trying
time.
to get his money's worth,
time.
man.
Jason, I'm glad you're here with us. This is your
Thanks.
intervention. It's time to get a new
It's time
fucking
for your new
laptop.
Yes. Dude, this shout out to like God tier shout out to my
No.
decade-old MacBook Pro.
Oh,
but
that's
it's
a
time to
God
get
tier
a new
one. That's like
laptop.
3.
Is it God tier? What other laptop lasts 10 fucking years? So I'm trying to say. Like, it's crazy, dude.
Ah,
that was
Time to get
that
a
I
was
new
think
the
laptop.
selling
I think
point.
lasting is a strong word. You've
Yeah.
officially crashed out of 2 podcasts now.
It
so
made it.
lasting,
Shit.
it's
so weird.
it's surviving at this point. It's,
Yeah, I was
it's
about to
holding
say,
on
it-
for dear life.
It's made it through.
It's
But that's
made
the
it
thing
through.
about those. I used to tell people that when I sold computers at Best Buy all the time. I said, Apple products,
Just get a MacBook.
they'll last you a long time. But if you want to have fun, you got to get a
No.
Windows computer.
Wow.
Or-
I've always been
I-
a con.
Or no, I'd
I've
be
always
like
been a
this. I'd be
console
like,
guy though.
you could pay $1,200 for a MacBook and it'll last 10 years, or you could buy
Waste.
$400 laptops for Windows and it'll last you 10 years. You know, either way, the shit's gonna break.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, if I didn't make music, I would just buy like an Asus. It would explode. I get another Asus. It would explode. I get another Asus. So I see what you mean. It's really
I love
good.
Asus too,
Okay.
man.
All right,
Shout out
well,
to
you guys
Asus.
ready?
That's talking without thinking tech advice.
I mean, I do shout out to Asus. Sure.
Yeah. Shout out, man.
Tech advice. Enjoy that. All right. Well, let's bring back some one-word reviews that we didn't do last episode that we're gonna do this episode for sure.
Yay.
One-word reviews. All right, so those of you that haven't listened to the podcast before or any old episodes, we used to do what's called one-word reviews. So basically, I give a word, a subject, a movie, a thing, or whatever. And we have to each give a one-word review of that thing off the cuff that nobody knows but me what these words are and what these things are.
I'm excited.
So these three guys have to give one word to review that thing. An adjective. Doesn't have to be an adjective. You can use hyphenated words as well.
We have
And-
Adjective.
Oh my
Yeah, I was about to
god.
say,
Adjective?
let's not.
It's a
let's not do
descriptive
that.
word.
Descriptive
Can you
word.
give me an
Adjective
example
only.
of adjective?
Blue,
you-
green, hot, cold.
Is that an
Fuzzy.
adjective?
Those are adjectives. Yeah, a drink can be hot. It's a hot drink.
Okay.
You're describing the drink.
Gotcha. When people started talking about pronouns, I was sort of like, "What's a pronoun?" I don't remember any of this shit, guys. If you think I'm bad at math compared to
No.
grammar, I'm great at math. That's all I'm saying.
Oh God.
Terrible. So I think I know what an adjective is. I think we're good to go.
Jason,
All
you've
right,
done
good.
this before.
Have I?
So-
That
I was
was
about to
Yes.
say, I'm the one
pre-COVID.
that should be
It's
worried.
pre-COVID.
Yeah, and
pre-COVID.
you're supposed to be better at things now.
Yeah,
Not at grammar.
you have an alpha brain now.
No,
I
he's
was thinking
off
about
alpha
taking
brain.
again. Actually, I was thinking about changing that. Actually, it's
Uh-oh.
up for debate.
Oh boy.
If I can find 30
We're
bucks,
getting
I'm
back.
done.
We're getting back. All right. So one word reviews. We're gonna go around the table.
Fuzzy.
I guess I could probably give mine too. I don't have any
He's
off the
already
top of my
saying
head yet,
fuzzy
so-
and blue.
fuzzy and blue. So
Immense. Okay.
we're just gonna go. We're gonna start with Jarrod this time. Then we'll. You
Oh,
cannot.
God.
Oh, I forgot one thing. You cannot use the same word twice. So if someone's already
Sure.
used it, you got to use a different word
For all of them or just for the one thing?
The one
for
thing.
all of. Well,
For
yeah,
all-
for like this thing, I
Like
would
question one?
use a different word. Yeah.
Okay,
Well, it's not
okay.
really a question. It's a thing one.
But you know what I mean.
First rule
All
of
right.
improv.
First rule of improv. Is
Yes, and.
don't talk about
Don't
improv.
talk about improv.
Second rule. Yes, and. All right. So the first word, and we'll start with Stevie on this one. The first word that you need to review is ham.
Salty.
Jason.
Doctor's visit.
2 words, unless you're
I know.
hyphenating that.
I'm sorry. I'll do better next time. But it just like, let me try.
You put him on the spot, man.
Lethal.
Jarrod.
Traditional.
I'm gonna go with fatty.
Mm.
Fatty.
I'm
All
right
right.
here, man.
Not you. All right. The
I'm
next
just a
word.
big old ham.
We'll start with Jason. This next one.
Sure.
Black Friday.
Assault.
Assault. Jarrod.
Overrated.
Black Friday. I'm gonna say. Oh, this is really difficult. I mean, Black Friday is a lot of things. I'm gonna say it is disappointing. And Stevie,
Stressful.
it is stressful too. Let me go. I'm gonna soapbox for half a second.
Go for it.
Is anyone once you get to a certain age, and I think I'm at that age where you just hate the holiday season? Is anybody there, or is it?
I
Just
will
me?
always love Halloween, spooky boy till the casket drop, but
Same.
I've never liked Christmas. I don't give a shit about it. I fucking hate it.
I'm so annoyed. I was actually
vibe's off.
ranting, taking the dog for a walk tonight with Ashley, and I'm like, I'm so sick of the holidays. Like when you're a kid, it's so exciting because it's like, oh, I get presents, I get this and that. But the older you get, the less shit you get. Okay,
Because
The less
there's
shit you
more
really want,
work
too.
as an adult. More work on it.
Right.
You know.
It's and then you deal with like traffic. There's like suddenly there's a million people that exist in your neighborhood that didn't exist before.
True.
Like, why is there so much more traffic and so many more people at stores? Where did all
I
these
gotta-
fucking people come from? Where the fuck did they come from?
And
Scott
it's like,
was so
if they're on
we were-
vacation, why do they come to your town? You know what I mean?
Oh my god, they're everywhere.
we were going somewhere and Scott was like ranting about some like Christmas decoration I couldn't even see. I was trying to find it. He's like, this fucking major thing with the LED lights and this shit. And I was trying to look at it. I was like, I see like some lights, but I don't see like this eldritch horror of Christmas that Scott was raging on.
I honestly don't remember. It happens so frequently. I do not remember what it was. But I'm real annoyed with the holiday season, and I'm over it already. And the fact that I can't get Amazon packages the same day or the next day or even in 2 days anymore, I'm over it, man. I'm over it.
Trust me,
You're
man. I'm with you
spoiled.
on that.
I think
I
my
am.
jeans showed up on time. I got these new Amazon jeans. They're fantastic.
Yo, I just
for
recently
Black
got
Friday.
I
What's
got
that
some new
say?
shorts from
Showed up
Amazon.
on time.
Shouts out Amazon jeans. I mean, I got a pair too. They're pretty lit.
Hey, the shorts are
My
good
one
too.
word, my one word review for Black Friday: jeans. There we go.
Nice.
I got
Nice.
them.
You
They're
got 'em
great.
for Black
Alright.
Friday.
Very blue.
All right, sorry. It was my turn to derail. I don't do it often. All right, next
Send
one.
it.
And I'm gonna keep this fucking train rolling. Early Christmas decorators. Jarrod, you start.
Annoying.
And this is all one word. Fuck asses. Stevie.
Bored.
That's probably true. Jason.
Horny.
What?
All right. I'm gonna need
I
you to
thought
expand
mine
on
was-
that.
I was about to say I thought mine was bad.
They're
but-
horn.
The only reason, like, there are, as much as you don't like Christmas, as much as I'm not really a big fan of Christmas, there are people that truly love Christmas. I don't think I can get along with them. Sure as shit couldn't date them. But, like, there's people that just, like, everything that, for all we see in Christmas, which is this, like, there's no sunlight. If you don't have a job, you're just like, fuck, what am I doing?
There's no
There's a lot of
sunlight.
traffic. Somehow, none of that bothers these people, and all they see is like Christmas time, and it's
See-
like all this like holly jolly bullshit that I just cannot vibe with, and I never have. So if they're
So the-
pre-decorating, it's like pre-decorating for Christmas is like the pre-cum of Christmas. They're getting everything ready because they're not stopping with the decorations. This is only the stage one of decorations, basically like the normal amount of decorations you would normally do. That's just like the next level for them. They're getting like the reindeers out, then they're putting out the lights on the. It's nonstop.
And it's
They're
like a
horny for
step by step
Christmas.
thing.
They're
They
horny
add
for
just like
Christmas.
decoration
Okay.
a day. They're
That's what
horny
I
for
wanted to
Christmas.
clarify. I thought you meant like people wanted to hurry up and get the decorations out because they like to get down during Christmas time.
Fuck no. People that love Christmas that much don't like to fuck. Are you kidding me? No. They're just like, ugh. I don't like that shit. There's no freaky Christmas Eve shit going down. Everybody else, like the rest of us common folk are, because we're just trying to like hate fuck how much we hate Christmas. It's such a depressing time of the year.
I'm sorry, Jason. I didn't mean to say that.
I'm just being real about it.
He went off on me last week too about the.
Oh, jeez.
No, that wasn't
Black Friday
directed
stuff.
at. That was directed at you. That was
I
not.
know,
No, Steven.
I triggered
That was
it,
just
though,
directed
'cause
at Christmas lovers.
It was my story.
I don't like. I'm not a big Christmas fan.
Me neither. Me neither. I'm not at all. And it sucks that my birthday's right around Christmas too. It makes it way worse.
Mm.
I just
Mine's
feel
the
like
month after.
You hate to see it.
Month before.
yeah,
feel like
you
I'm-
do hate to see it.
I'm free. It's better to have it right after Christmas than right before. I feel like by the time my birthday comes
Yeah.
around, everyone's forgotten about Christmas.
Yeah, that's true.
It's 'cause
You're
it's New
lucky.
Year, new them.
Unfortunately, I get gypped, man.
Facts.
I get gypped
Very
hard.
true.
You
Always
deserve
have.
better.
All right, moving on to the next one. Starbucks holiday drinks. I'm gonna say expensive. Stevie,
Innovative.
okay. Jason,
Bathe.
Bait.
Yeah,
B-
I want to take a bath. in-
BATH.
Yeah, I want to
E?
take
E?
I want to take a bath in that fucking like
My brain-
Christmas. What's
my
that
brain
Christmas
blanked out.
sauce they got? What's that
Christmas-
Christmas juice? It's the Christmas coffee thing that I
peppermint
fucking-
mocha bullshit.
That thing's amazing, actually. Yeah.
Scott doesn't like it because it's
Upstairs.
chocolate and peppermint.
I just recently started drinking Starbucks.
Bingo.
I haven't had the holiday flavors yet. That's why I said
That's pretty
innovative because it's like
Let me recommend the chestnut praline latte. Pretty excellent. Also, the toasted white chocolate mocha. Also good. I've tried
rip
all the
that
holiday
to
drinks
shreds.
damn.
except for that shit ass peppermint mocha. Jarrod, your last one word review.
Meh.
Meh. I can get down with that.
I need to go get a giant container to put all this cat food I've got. And I think I might go to Target and get one of these drinks while I go there.
Good luck. Sometimes
Yeah,
they're
good
out of
luck,
those
Ben.
flavors you want. You might as well go to the one
True.
across
It's
the
like a-
street.
True.
I see a box.
I swear to you, every time I go to the Starbucks near us, they're out of something weird. Like one day I went and they were out of just grande cups. How the hell that happens? Like you literally serve your drinks in them.
Here lately,
The last time I went, no sleeves at all. They're giving me hot ass drink, no drink sleeve.
Oh, fuck that.
Here lately, the Gastonia one's been out of the honey blend that I put in my flat whites.
Bastards.
That's
those
all right. I
are
switched it
good.
over to caramel because it's holidays.
Getting fresh.
Supply chain problems are strange, man.
They really
It's
are.
like
They
one
need to get
day,
it together,
like,
man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
it's
different
big fragile
podcast, guys.
system. It's a
Different podcast. Yeah, that's our political podcast called "Bitchin' About Shit."
Thankfully, it doesn't actually exist. Everybody's
Exactly.
safe in that one.
Thank God. All right, next, Mariah Carey. Stevie, you begin.
Attractive.
In 1992,
Oh,
Jason.
Nah, I grew up too, man. I like old
It's true.
ladies now.
Ooh,
High.
that's true.
She can
Jarrod.
sing. She can sing real high.
Oh, she can sing
whistle
high. Oh, I
notes.
thought you were talking about.
He's talking about the whistle notes.
It was pretty impressive.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like her name really only comes up this time of year these days, unless they're talking about Nick Cannon's babies.
I don't want to love
that's true.
for Christmas.
That 15 seconds.
That song never bothered me. Like
It's
it was okay.
everywhere.
Like,
That's really all
there's
it is.
way worse Christmas songs.
I
Like
know.
Santa
I've worked
Baby.
retail.
Santa Baby makes
Yeah.
me want to like just jump off the local bridge.
Or baby, it's cold outside.
Doesn't bother me as much. Santa Baby's the one I swear.
No, Jason's
to you,
okay
it
with the
plays-
problematic song.
That's true.
I didn't realize. I don't really pay attention to the lyrics, admittedly. So, but Santa Baby, and I swear to God, it finds me every time like a version of the COVID virus. It finds me every time, everywhere I go, and it's just like Santa Baby, and it's just like, oh, it found me again, motherfucker! This fucking song, I hate it so much. So by comparison, the Mariah song, I'm glad she's getting the check. It's fine. I like the vibe of that song. It's got some bounce to it. You know, there could be much worse.
It's got some bounce to it.
God,
It's got a little bit of bounce to it for a Christmas song. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Overplayed because oh my God. The second like November 1st hits, I swear I hear it 300 times. in, like the 2 month
clock
time
strikes
span.
10 o'clock on Halloween. People are already playing it.
Yep, pretty much. I'm
I feel like
over
we're
it,
all
man.
haunted. We're all haunted by our own personal Christmas song that we hate, and for whatever reason, it's the one that finds us every time. Steven, what is your most hated Christmas song? Most despised.
Jingle bells.
So
Everyone's-
I
everybody's got
actually,
one.
no, I actually like Christmas. I like all the songs too. As far as I know,
But there's
There's
one
no
you really
Christmas
hate.
song that you can't stand.
Well,
There's
I mean, I guess
one.
like I don't really like Jingle Bells that much, but it's also catchy. So like sometimes I'll be
Jingle.
I do this thing where I like sing my own lyrics to songs, you know? Like I'll say like, you know, suck my dick, kiss my ass, lick my butthole, please. So I like I end up-
cut that in post.
I end, up
Somebody
having,
cut that.
I end up having a lot of
That's your one gimme.
I'm sorry, man. This is the kind of stuff that I do to entertain myself, like when I'm, you know, just chilling by myself with my
It's a
kitty.
creative activity.
It is. Well, I mean, so I take songs that I don't necessarily like or find annoying or catchy, and I'll just change the lyrics to make it entertaining. Just
So
for
there's
me,
not
though.
there's not one Christmas song that comes on when you're at Walmart trying to buy like whatever, and you're just like, it's like you're like it's like the code word for like the CIA agent. This makes you go into like murder mode. Just want to like rage
I'll
out.
be
in the
honest with you,
place.
man. I'm not really the guy to like ask about music, man, because like I love almost everything that I've ever heard, other than like a couple of like rap songs.
See, I'm like indifferent to everything I've ever heard. Not hate, not like, just sort of like, that's a song. Cool, yeah. But there's
Mhm.
definitely a lot of, and probably with Christmas songs more than any other category of music, there's just ones where I'm like, I hate this song. so much, and it's the time of the year which I'm not really vibing with to begin
That's
with.
because there's
Can we
really
just get
only
back to-
6 Christmas songs, but 1,400 people have played them.
I guess
That's
I'll say
true.
if I did have to pick one, now that I have given it some thought, I guess I'd say like "Let It Snow" is a pretty boring ass fucking song.
Oh, the weather outside. See, all the ones you don't like are the ones I actually vibe with. The ones from like back when like
From the
American
20s.
families actually. Yeah, because like, just back when like America was like, families doing family shit. None of that shit exists now. We're all like looking at our phones, fucking like farting on each other in Fortnite or whatever. Like none of that shit really exists anymore.
Farting in Fortnite. That's our other podcast called Farting in Fortnite.
The higher the
Fortnite.
level of nostalgia, now by comparison, my favorite country music, my favorite Christmas music, Charlie Brown Christmas. Let's fucking go, Vince Guaraldi, bangers on
That's
bangers
pretty
on
dope.
bangers. That's fine.
Let me
But-
tell you, I have one Christmas album that I can always listen to. The Carpenters' Christmas Portrait is like the one because I listened to
Yeah.
it constantly growing up. My mom always played it. But probably the best Christmas song I think is
I'll
"Fairy
check it
Tale
out.
in New York" by the Pogues. It's beginning
Never
and
heard
end of it for me. Really?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, it's
Send
about
it to me
getting
in the
drunk
chat,
on
I'll listen to
Christmas. Okay, I will.
I like that "Nobody Wants to Be Alone on Christmas" song from like Home Alone 2 with the sweet ass saxophone. You know what I'm talking about,
No.
No.
dude?
Which part does it come on?
It's
'Cause
when
I
he's
just
like,
watched Home Alone already.
it's
this
Home Alone
weekend.
2 when he's doing the tour of New York. It's like that song kicks ass. Also, I like the "Merry Christmas" song by NSYNC, but that's not in Home
I know.
Alone 2.
Does it
I
go?
know you're talking
No, but I like that
I think
one
we're
too,
over the
but
15
that's not
seconds
it.
mark on these songs.
We definitely.
It's the one where it's like,
Thankfully, we're doing a poor rendition of them, so they won't
It's
be
like-
able to tell it different.
"All I want for Christmas is you."
I'm gonna pitch
know.
I'm gonna pitch down.
Oh, it
my
has
Family
lyrics?
Matters bit too.
Yeah,
So,
dude. It's the song, like he's taking the pictures of New York. You remember in the original version of Home Alone where he is actually looking through the scope on top of the two towers,
Uh-huh.
and like he takes the cab ride
R.I.P.
through the city. It's
Yeah.
that song that plays during that whole montage.
Okay.
I've heard it in another movie before too, but that's the one that I could vividly point out. But
I will
I love
say-
that song.
I will say that during the holidays, I will go to Real Big Fish's Happy Scala Days album.
Sounds
Oh,
like a
hell yeah.
banger.
I could ride with that.
I love Real
Die
Big Fish,
Young-
man.
Newfound
Die
Glory's
young
Christmas
or
album.
learn to appreciate
Yeah.
ska.
That's
Yeah,
my roommate's favorite band, actually. Real Big Fish.
I have a whole like pop punk version of Christmas songs playlist that I will play through December if I'm feeling festive.
There's one Newfound Glory Christmas song that I really like. It's called Xmas, I think.
Yeah.
XMISS.
Mhm.
Absolute banger. All right. So I got just 2 more words left. 2 more words.
That's it?
think.
Tangent.
It's so
2 words
fun,
left
though.
I
for
forgot
one
we were
review.
doing this
I know.
segment.
So did I.
No, I didn't. I knew I was gonna bring it back to the track if I had to. I didn't
I was about to say,
lose sight of the goal.
our trains have steering wheels or some shit. We always
Yeah.
derailing.
We
I
do.
never
All
forget.
right.
I
The
may
next
seem like I
word-
forget, but I never forget.
The next one is World Cup. And Jason, you begin.
What?
World Cup.
I think that was his
No,
answer.
what? That's fine. Like, huh?
That was-
Oh,
that was
what?
his review.
That is your
What?
review. Oh,
Huh?
all right, Jarrod.
Soccer.
I'm gonna go with corrupt.
Ooh.
Fair.
Stevie.
Indifferent.
Indifferent. So as we're recording this, the United States played today, and
They beat
won
Iran.
World War III. And
The beat Iran.
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 They don't like when we say it the wrong way.
Yeah, they don't like Iran. Iran's so far away.
It's Iran.
It's
We won 1-0.
It's just
Woo!
high.
And now
world.
we're gonna get our ass beat by Netherlands on Saturday. So by the time this posts, we probably lost, but we had a
we
good
shot
run.
the world.
Or we did. Way to go! Or
USA.
maybe better
USA.
next time.
Soccer is my favorite sport to play, and the only sport I'm like decent at. but I haven't played in like 20 years, but I'd be downloading like a heartbeat. But to watch it, I mean, it's a good thing to put on the background for sure, but it's like
It's 90 minutes of guys running around.
I do
And
like
yeah, it's just good cardio.
Falls.
I do like playing football, but like if I was gonna watch it on TV,
By football you mean soccer?
of course.
Or do
This
you
is
mean
America. We call it soccer
ball?
here.
I know I'm being respectful to international listeners.
Oh, we don't need to be respectful for them anymore.
Whoa,
Every time I
it's
play-
World Cup, it's USA.
We're in the United States.
Every time I play football, I end up airborne and I get a concussion. True
What
story.
I was gonna say though is if I was gonna watch it on TV, I would want to watch it with the Spanish commentary.
Oh, for
Because
sure.
Yeah.
That shit is like way more hype. I saw him lean back, and I did the same thing, but then I realized
You just
that
knew.
there's no fucking reason to lean back because the headphones are on the ears.
So
Trust me,
now
I do
you
it all
know.
the time.
Now
Oh,
you
it's
know
for
not
comedic
to ever
purpose.
mention Spanish commentary again. We've learned our lesson. All right.
It's so good, man. Shout out to them.
Did we get through everybody there? I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, we did.
I
Okay.
believe so.
The final word. TikTok videos. Jarrod.
Trendy.
Zoomers. Stevie.
sluts?
Oh.
Wow, shots fired. Jason.
Hey, I didn't say I
Spot.
hated it.
Spying.
Oh.
Oh.
Like in the TOS.
Shots fired.
Bitching about
In the
shit.
TOS for TikTok, it says that we will know your dick size if you download this app. We'll know that. We'll know how many times you poop every day. We'll have access to your grandma's computer, although she doesn't have TikTok, and we will take all your family photos. And if you don't say how much you love China, we will destroy every single one of them. So think about that before you download the old TikTok app. All your privacy is gonna go out the window.
This segment was brought to you by Tinfoil for all your hat wearing needs.
No, it's true. No. It's
Not
like
all of that is true. Do not tell people it's all true.
it's all true.
They're not
Reynolds
gonna
also, like,
document how
now
many
available
times
in the
you poop.
non-stick version.
I don't need more distractions in my life. I've been trying to like cut myself out of social
Yeah.
media
How's,
because
how's,
it's basically
that,
like
how's that YouTube cutback treating you?
How's that Instagram cutback treating you?
it's like a digital pack of cigarettes. It really is. It's like just trying to cut back on it.
Jason's
I
sitting
know
here
what
with
you
his
mean.
phone just going, got to get that Instagram.
Oh, give me that straight in the veins.
Dude, no,
It's
I know
kinda-
exactly what you mean. Cause like sometimes I'll be on my computer, like browsing like YouTube or something, and I'll be like, you know what? Fuck the big internet, man. What's going on the little internet? And I pull my phone out. You know, I got to see what's up on the little internet.
It's true. Little internet has
That's-
different stuff, you know?
Yeah.
What
that's
about the
on
dark
point.
web?
How do
Nah,
you get to the dark web?
I don't want to
don't
know.
even know.
What's on
I
there?
don't think you're
I don't
supposed
care.
to like publicly tell people how to do that.
Or like,
A
no.
dark web. If you have to Google how to get on the dark web, you probably should be on the dark web, and that would definitely be me. So
That's how you get put on the list.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm pretty sure, like, you know, the cybercrime unit at the FBI probably tried that already, so it's probably not on Google.
Can I buy cookies in the dark web? That's all I want. I don't want machine
special
guns or
kind of
humans.
cookies.
That's what- No, just
Yeah.
cookies. Just straight up cookies.
Probably
We-
made from humans.
You don't need the dark web
Flesh
for that.
cookies.
Flesh
for the
cookies.
cookies, man.
Ugh.
Just go on Amazon or Walmart.com, man. Get it delivered.
All right, I
Yeah,
think it's
but
fair to
you
say
can't-
that we're ready to move on.
But the dark web has those dank fetal tissue cookies that are so good.
Fetal.
All right, I think it's time for some woke thoughts.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
Oh, I like
No one else
that.
gets me.
the
No one else
hell?
gets me.
I feel like I'm on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood now.
That old Logic Pro keyboard Rhodes keys with a spicy VST.
It really was. All right, so Jarrod will be back. Jarrod is back today with some woke thoughts. It used to be
It used to be
so
Jason.
Jason used to read woke
It
thoughts.
did.
And
And I can't
I'm-
read very well.
listen, full disclosure,
Extreme dyslexia.
full disclosure, every time we did that segment,
We gave him
we
2
would have
days.
Jason do like 20 takes of the fucking
It's not
thing.
good.
He would never get it right. And finally, like we'd get one that was passable and just be like, all right,
Yeah.
let's move on. So Jared's going to handle
Turbo
our woke
dyslexia.
thoughts.
Not
Jared-
good with reading things.
So Jared's got a couple woke thoughts for us today. Jared, take it away.
All right, these were brought to you by Instagram. I don't want you to think I'm taking full credit for these.
Transparency.
I'm muting Jason right
Mute
now.
Jason.
I've never heard that sound before.
It sounded like a car driving off in the distance.
Is my last grain of sanity.
Oh, God.
Cheese is just a loaf of milk.
Ooh.
It's true.
I had to think about it for a second. That is true.
Yeah,
It's true,
like-
actually. Yeah.
I quite like loaves of milk.
loaves of milk are nice.
I like it better than milk.
You guys ever had a block of cheese with some honey must?
By itself,
Like you just
Yeah.
take bites out of a
like you're
block
just
of
going,
cheese.
honey mustard on this block of cheese.
Nah, it's more like you put the honey mustard on the cheese, kind of like you're like putting.
Oh, that makes it better. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying.
Now that you described it that way.
I don't do
now
that.
I'm on board.
Listen, man. I don't do that shit every day. But like back in the day, man, when I was a teen, I used to do that. Once or twice a week, man.
It's like he's
I'm very
describing
lactose
heroin.
intolerant.
That would kill Jason.
Yeah, it would not be good for your boy. I can't really do a lot of cheeses, to be honest.
Oh man.
You be doing number ones, number twos, number ones and twos.
Just real bad farts.
Number one's out the twos.
Yeah, the twos come out the one.
Whoa.
The one's out the
Whoa.
twos.
Oh, two's out the one. That would be painful.
That sounds
You
tough,
might want to
man.
go
You
to a
gotta drink a lot
doctor
of
for
water.
that one.
You drink
Yeah,
a lot
that-
of water, man. That's gonna be
That
gritty
sounds like
coming
more
out.
than lactose intolerance. Yeah.
It is
Oh
real.
man.
All right, Jared, your second woke thought.
All
Oh,
right.
Lord save us.
If your shirt's not tucked into your pants, then your pants are tucked into your shirt.
Oh. So if you were like upside down, then your pants would be tucked into your shirt.
No,
I
your
don't
pants
like-
are always tucked into your shirt because it's under your shirt. Just like if you
Yeah.
tuck your shirt in, your shirt is under your pants.
As long as you,
I-
as long as you have a shirt on that's longer than your waistline, which if you don't, then, we don't like you.
That's not true.
Then
Crop
you're
tops
just-
are for everybody.
That's true.
Well, I'm talking about dudes,
True.
man.
Crop tops can be for
Crop
dudes.
tops
I'm
are for
fine with
everybody.
it.
You got crop
Not
Yeah.
not for the dudes I hang out with. You guys wear crop tops? Because I need
You're
to
hanging
know.
out with the
It's
wrong
not
dudes, then.
summertime.
I
But if it was,
Steven,
Slice.
you drive around downtown Gastonia, you'll find a couple guys in crop tops, particularly around the QT station near the police station.
I know they
this
exist.
is-
I'm not saying I'm hanging out
crop
with
top
them.
boys.
The Crop
Oh,
Top Boys. New album
fun.
coming out this summer.
There'd be some cool guys. You never know.
I'm sure they got
good
some
stories.
summer
The
jams.
crop
I'm
top
just
guys
kidding,
with good
man.
stories.
I'm just kidding.
that's
I
our
don't
other
know, man.
podcast, the Crop Top Boys. We all wear crop tops.
Oh shit, the Crop Top Boys is a good podcast name actually. I might take
real
that
good.
run with it.
Nobody steal that shit. It's mine.
No, go for
That
it.
would have to be on
Take
Patreon
it.
because I don't wear crop tops for free.
That's true. Never listen. There's two things that I've always been taught. One, never give away the feet for free. Two, never give
That's
away the midriff for
true.
free.
That's
True.
right.
$5 a month, baby. $5 a month.
Yeah. What you looking at my gut for?
Good for.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Well, that was today's woke thoughts.
Woke thoughts.
Only two?
Oh yeah.
That sounded like
Steven, you're-
the
Steven,
opening
you're
notes
always.
to a Nirvana song.
I love how you're always like, only two? Bitch, you didn't do your fucking homework. You're always like so like
That's all we have.
You'll
That's
get
it.
I
What
mean,
the fuck?
I mean-
Can you guys do more work for me?
Listen, man.
Podcast is the art of teasing. Slow and steady wins the race every time.
I looked at the notes, man. It just says woke thoughts with Jared. It doesn't have
Yeah, and if
any
you paid attention in
specifics.
the group chat, we discussed I had two.
Yeah.
Aw,
Specifically
man.
said too. Yeah.
You just gotta enjoy the surprise of it all. That's all I'm saying.
just sit back and enjoy the ride, bro.
I was
Enjoy the
enjoying
ride.
it a lot. I just wanted there to be more, but less is more. Less is more.
You just wanted
Less
to
is more,
enjoy more
baby.
of the ride. Yeah, less is more.
You don't want to eat the whole block of cheese. Just you want to space it out little bits throughout the year.
You got to split
Oh.
the honey mustard just a little bit.
Dude, let me rephrase that, okay? I'm not eating the whole
Rephrase
block
it
in
how?
one. I'm not eating the whole block in one go. I would eat like a whole block of cheese over the course of like 2 or 3 days.
I think
That's
Jason's
too
dead.
much.
Jason's
That's
dead.
that's not unreasonable.
That is unreasonable.
There's people out there eating cheese at every meal.
Yeah, but
My
not a
roommate,
block.
for example. Yeah, but I mean, it's
Listen.
just a block of cheese. I mean, come on. Huh?
Oh
If
my
you can
God.
digest it, man, more power to you. If I ate that much cheese, I'd have to go to the ER. Like,
I'm talking
they'd be
about
sir,
like
why are you?
a block of Colby Jack, man.
Oh, that makes it better
Look,
because
wait,
it's
you
Colby
guys,
Jack.
you guys are thinking I'm talking about like a block, right? I'm talking
You
about
said
like,
a
You
block of
literally
cheese.
said a
Like
block.
I'm thinking like a block, like the things that you get in Italy. The things weigh like 15 pounds.
Yeah, but see, like they have blocks of cheese that are
The ones that roll down the hill.
That's
no,
a wheel of cheese.
Oh my God.
I'm thinking
At the
it's
same
like
time, though,
it's like candy bar sized, but it's block shaped, not the whole damn. I mean, yeah, okay.
That's
you
so
buy the
much cheese
huge-
still.
If you buy the whole block of cheese,
It's intervention
cut it up
time.
into 3 different sessions. You don't want to eat all the cheese in one go. You wouldn't poop
Didn't
ever
we
again unless you were Jason.
didn't we talked about how melted cheese is better than unmelted cheese, right? This is the TWT thing. Did we talk about this before?
I mean, I don't think we have. But
I don't think
agree.
we have, but I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah,
Like,
melted cheese
I
is way
think-
better.
Yeah, it's way better. I think so.
I mean, that's like saying 2 + 2 is 4. Like, who the fuck disagrees with that?
Some
So
scientists.
I'm sure some people
Yeah.
would. Yeah. You never know.
People
There's still
prefer
people that would.
cold cheese over hot.
I mean, you
melted.
clearly did with
Some
the honey
psychopaths
mustard.
do.
Look, if I could melt a block of cheese,
You
and
can.
hold
It's
it
called a
in my
microwave.
hand- yeah, but not hold it in my hand successfully. What am I gonna eat it like
It's a
honey, like a
bowl.
Winnie the Pooh?
You get a
With
spoon.
a spin?
You get some chips, maybe a cracker or 3.
Like a bread ball?
Nah, man, just honey mustard and cheese, man. You're getting too complicated with it.
You're getting unhealthy with it.
I mean,
I don't do that all the
I
time.
don't-
I actually haven't done it since like 20
Friday.
years old.
Since like
12 years ago.
last Tuesday. Okay.
I didn't
It's
have
been
years?
a week.
I didn't have a block of cheese last week, you sons of bitches. Look, don't worry about me. Worry about yourselves. All right.
Oh, God.
I think
Worry not.
for me, it's tobacco. Like, it's just like the every day I have to wake up and be like, I probably shouldn't smoke tobacco. That's my block of cheese. That's the thing that's like always chasing me down the hill. Is like a pack of cigarettes, pack of smokes. Just be like, oh, you should go buy another pack of smokes. I'm pretty good like not smoking, but
Pack
that
of
is the thing
cheese.
that's always chasing me. That's like that's this. I think we're all being chased down a hill by some sort of like.
It's like if you bought like
craving.
a craft singles pack and you're just like, I gotta get another one, man. You just unwrap it. And just,
Well, no, like for me at least, I imagine it's more like you're running down a long dark hallway and you're always being chased by like some item that you crave. It could be anything. It could be.
you're right.
Fucking.
You're right.
Shoes.
When
I
you've
guess,
got
I
a
love shoes.
when you've got a piss bad, you're getting chased by the toilet, because you got to get up and go to the toilet, man. I know what you're saying, and you're right. It's always you're driven to the next thing. You know what I mean?
Well, I would say I'm pretty sure that someone's fetish might be like they're running down a dark hallway being chased by a giant, like like in The Shining, the blood coming out of the elevator. It's that, but piss. But that's not my thing. I can't really
Piss?
relate to that.
Why
Yeah,
are
you know
you
what I'm talking about?
bringing the pee? Why?
You said you're the one that mentioned the piss.
I was talking about
You
having
brought
to,
piss.
I was talking about you are driven to go to the bathroom to piss.
That's
man.
a
Not-
that's
what I
a
mean.
not
basic human necessity. A
But
block
then
of
I got
cheese
the
with honey mustard is not a basic human necessity.
But then I got this hilarious
Well, he
mental
was
image
talking-
of. Check it. I just had this hilarious mental image of someone having a fetish where like they just want to like be chased down a dark hallway by like the giant like pee thing from like the
Like
Shining.
piss
I'm talking about,
monster? You know the piss
the
monster?
piss monster. I don't know, like or like what's the word when like a lot
You
of
know, the
liquids
piss
falling down a
monster.
hallway?
Yeah, the piss monster.
monster. That's all the Shining was
Tsunami?
about. It's about the piss monster. That's just
A piss tsunami?
I don't know.
Listen, Jason, if I'm being realistic with you, why not just have a dunk machine where someone throws a ball and you
I'm
fall
sure
and
that's
piss?
somebody's thing too. Trust me, somewhere out there on Craigslist, there's the guy with the thing. I don't know. This isn't my
Craigslist.
vibe.
Piss on Craigslist?
This is not my. I am like.
I was talking about having to go to the bathroom, man. That's all I was trying to say.
I love how you think I'm always. My favorite thing about our podcast is how you think I'm so like. I think you think I'm much more literal than I really am. When actually I'm like I am shit posting this entire time.
Nah, dude. I know you're joking. I'm just playing along.
TWT after hours.
I like to make people feel.
Oh, this is
weird
still
and
during
awkward.
hours.
Yeah, it's still during hours. This is office hours right now. We haven't finished yet.
We still
I
have
haven't even gotten to
segments.
best week of the week yet. You guys have literally just taken us off into Piss Monster Land
Just
and like
grab the reins.
we're talking
Tap.
about honey
Piss
mustard
land.
and cheese and shit, and I don't even know where we went. I don't know how we got
This
here.
is-
How the fuck did
this
we
is-
get here?
You know what?
This has
I
been a
shouldn't
great
have-
podcast.
I should have never told y'all about the black cheese and honey mustard.
Well, it's
man.
not
No.
getting cut out.
No,
so it's
Steven.
there.
I want to
knew
know.
y'all wasn't
I want to
ready.
know all about it.
I knew y'all
I
wasn't
want to
ready
know
for
all
that
about
shit.
it. Steven, I want all as this podcast rolls on like the block of cheese chasing us all. I just want all the little dirty details. But we'll get there.
Not only
No
is it in the
rush.
podcast, but when this podcast was released, I'm putting a poll out asking if people want to try a block of cheese with honey mustard on it or not.
It's an interesting flavor combination. I'll say that because it's like it's a dairy product, and I mean honey mustard's a dairy product. Right?
Listen,
Now-
isn't it like
now,
I'm not
milk?
saying Can we dig further into this for a second? I need to know what kind of cheese and
He
what
said-
kind
he
of honey
said
mustard.
Colby Jack.
Colby Jack? Okay,
All right.
all right.
Let me
Swiss,
tell you
please.
a little backstory on this, okay?
Swiss guy.
When I was in my teen years, I was staying at a friend's house, and of course they didn't have any food at their house, and so
Just
we had to make do. And my other friend is the one that got the block of cheese and the honey mustard, and like we split it, and I was like, "Damn, that's actually a pretty good snack." So that's
It is.
that's where I got that from. So I didn't come up with this, but
You
it
ran
would be
with it.
French's honey mustard.
Next
So-
question. Did you cut the cheese into slices or you just took a big ass slab and you started taking bites out of it?
Take a fucking bite, baby. Let's go.
We broke it like
what I would
bread,
do.
man. We broke it like bread.
So you each had like a half a big ass cube of cheese and you're just taking fucking bites out of that shit. Okay.
We actually got in trouble for eating the whole block of cheese, to be honest.
I
with you.
bet it's meant for
Oh.
parties.
We were starving.
Yeah.
We
And
hadn't
like
eaten-
pepperoni and crackers.
Yeah, a charcuterie board, if you will.
I mean, that cheese when it was born, it was like, I bet I never see a honey mustard, but it did. Oh, it did.
Now, I will tell you this: mozzarella sticks dunked in honey mustard is a game changer.
I can see
Yeah.
that.
See,
I like
They
the
have to be the
mozzarella
breaded
cheese.
kind, not just straight cheese.
Ooh, the best kind.
you're at the gate, man. You just have to walk through.
Nah, I don't need your culinary heroin.
Culinary.
So, we've talked a lot about food. We talked a lot. I've talked a lot about food as well. But
It's a food cast, man.
I must say, at the end of the day, I tend to live life by a very simple quote that I heard once from Heidi Klum: "Nothing tastes better than skinny," and it's all I've ever lived by my entire life,
What the
for
fuck?
better or worse. Nothing tastes better than skinny, and it's true. I've got to say, like,
Wow.
it's like I just try to like eating a whole fucking thing of cheese. It's just not worth it in the long term. As I've known, as I've learned myself.
I don't even know how we even got on the subject at this point
You
of
did
the
it.
block of cheese. Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna be
It's a
honest.
proper tangent.
What
When
even?
I was putting this episode together, I was like, let's stay away from food this episode. Because the last two fucking episodes have been like food centric.
Well,
it's
it's been Thanksgiving and leftovers.
Right.
Yeah, and then
So it's
you-
expected.
one word review. You said ham. You started.
Yeah,
it.
but that was like it.
Yeah, that was a
Scott.
a callback.
That was
little
just a
dig.
callback from last episode.
I don't even know. I don't even know how the cheese came up. I can't even remember what triggered that memory and brought it out of me. But I am sorry.
Never apologize. Never apologize for your That's the third podcast commandment.
Nope.
I think I'm 3. Number 2.
Nope,
think I'm
because
two.
I've
Oh,
had
no.
to apologize for this
No,
podcast.
you only apologize
so you can't
when-
use it.
Yeah, when editors fuck up, that's when you apologize.
Yeah, the social
Yeah.
media team has
Yeah.
to do the apologizing because we're also the PR department.
Right.
Yeah. So, but we're a food podcast, Scott. Like, let's get like. There's no way around it.
I mean, we used to
accept that.
eat
That
on
is-
podcasts, so
I know. I mean, we can't.
That
right
was
now,
number
but-
two.
we can't really
Number
do
two,
the Oreos anymore.
Second commandment was thou shalt not munch on the mic. That was it. Number
Thou
three
shalt
is
not
Man,
munch
you
on the
break
mic.
that rule every day.
Yeah, you
I
do.
just drink water. I don't have any food. I promise.
Munching on the mic, just mouth noises and eating the microphone. Yeah, you do that every time.
Eating the microphone's part of the Jason podcast.
That's the full
part of
Jason
the allure.
effect.
I can't get this
Jason
intimacy
experience.
unless I'm like jamming it. Unfortunately, this is how I learned.
All right, so can we get to best week of the week?
Please.
Yes,
Sure.
we can.
I feel like I need to play the segue. I feel like we need to play the
hit that
segue
music.
music again. Yeah, I'm gonna
Send it.
hit it one more time. This is gonna be another new one. Ready? That was
Reach.
perfect for this time. So best week of the week this week. I mean, who else? But we got to give it to Mariah Carey because this is when that bitch makes money.
She's a
She's
bag,
been
dude.
making it since November.
I know she has, but like this is her time. This is when she like comes out of hiding and appears. She was in the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade, not singing, lip syncing like all of them do.
No, Kirk
But
Franklin
she just-
didn't.
He
He
did.
had a live mic and he was ad-libbing the whole time.
Oh, that's dope. See, I respect that. But like, she definitely was lip syncing 100% because it wasn't even like at the same time. She
Oh,
did an awful
no.
job of it. And it's like Mariah Carey's supposed to be one of the best singers ever. Why you got to lip sync? Just, sing
They're-
it, girl.
they're
You only had to
protecting their
sing like
vocal cords.
45 seconds. 45 seconds. That's all
Protecting
it
the
was.
vocal cords.
How much does she make every year? It's like $650,000.
Oh, it's insane.
It's
how much she
crazy.
probably
Not to
makes
mention
just
that
on
she's
that
probably
one
still
song.
spending the money that she made in the 90s. You know?
No, she's getting that
Maybe.
Nick Cannon money.
Shout out to her.
Hold on,
How
let's
many
find
kids-
out.
How many
She
kids does
makes-
Nick Cannon have?
I
You
think
were
he's up
almost
to
spot
like
on.
10.
600,000 to 1 million she makes every Christmas
not bad.
Jeez.
I can
in
live with
royalties.
Well, you can. Her
Meme away,
taste
I
for
guess.
things is different. She's got bigger
I
bills.
guess, like,
But she
yeah.
makes total 3 million a year, but just around Christmas time up to 1 million a year for
so
like
a
1 month.
a third of her money is
In
off of
a
like,
month and a
the
half.
meme song.
1 month and a half, yeah. Insane.
Is that a third? Did I do fractions right for once in my life?
Probably not.
It must be nice to
No, it was a third. If it's
No, it is
if
a
it's
third.
1
What?
million of the 3, that's a third.
It's pretty simple math. 1
Yeah,
3
let's
1
go.
third.
Literally right there.
Listen, we'll give you that. We'll chalk one up for you there. You mathed. You did so good. You did so good.
He
Now
did
give
say
me
he
an
was better at
adjective.
math.
He did say
By
that. That's
comparison to
true.
grammar, but oh boy, I'm
Oh.
not good at either. You know,
Ooh,
I'm
boy,
good
he's
at.
right.
You know, I'm good at
Music.
talking.
Oh.
Nah, talking.
without thinking too.
Yeah, dude,
Talk.
That's where the podcast comes from.
just talking, man.
All right, let's close this one up. We appreciate you guys listening every single week. Tell a friend if you enjoy the podcast. Check us out on all the socials at TWTPcast. Check us out on youtube.com/@talkingwithout-thinking. And we will see you guys next week. Goodbye.